Welcome to the Ponderous Brick Thinker. This is another installment in Learning from the Pros. In this episode, we're going to continue with LEGO Set 10497, Galaxy Explorer, from the Space System. This is a remake of a retro set from the late 1970s, and in the previous episode, we have completed a substantial part of the foundation of the spacecraft, including this interesting, approach to make a prominent feature in the spacecraft. We're going to continue with bag 3. Okay. Oh, yes, and there's a note here, and I believe it's talking about the minifig. The model features the same 4 astronauts from the original set, only their helmets have been slightly modified and now feature a stronger shin strap, which is right there. I believe in the Lego movie they made a visual detail with Benny's helmet that was slightly broken, but now it's perhaps thicker. And let's see, do I find the torso? Whoops. Head. Get it here. And the helmet. Oh, maybe. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Well, I don't have a original helmet to compare, but there we go. Classic face. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start with a gray 2x4 brick and a 2x4 gray plate. And smooth one. There you go. And this. And then we're going to get this 1x4. It's not a, well, it is. It could be a brick, but it's really modified. And then a 2x6 modified plate of this thing with 4 horizontal studs. And it goes like that. And then a 4x6 fits like this. So far not symmetric. Let's see how it goes. And then we're going to get a 1x8 brick, white. That goes like that. It's right next to the 2x4. And then a 2x4 red brick that fits between this modified plate second level and then the white brick, like so. And then a Technic brick that goes right here in the corner with the white and gray. And step 64, we add this plate, holding it like this, comes out like that. It might be part of the wing. And then we're going to get 1x4 brick right here, a gray bracket comes like this. Yep. And then we're going to get 2 single stud plates. One of them is white, but is this the one with a hole? Or are there options? And then I also need a blue one. Oops. From what I see, there's only ones with holes. And so they go right here, one in the corner, and then blue. And see how if that has any particular reason for being a hollow stud and a smooth plate right there. See how much of it's going to be covered. Okay, so that's step 65. Over here, we're going to get into some of the Technic pieces. 2 of the black connectors. And I believe they're going to be here, not using the middle one. It's hard to tell because this is at an angle. You can't not really count the studs and say it's going to be between these two, but approximately that looks like what's going to happen. Also, there's some kind of indication that it's poking out from here and leaving the central one empty. And then we're also going to use this gray corner piece. Right here. And then we're going to add, oh, okay, 2 yellow single stud plates right here. One on top of the white hollow stud plate. And the other one on top of the bracket. All right, and then in step 67, we're going to attach it. So this is going to connect somewhere in here. I'm going to line it up with this. So it's on the third one, or at least this one, like that. This seems a little bit far back, more than expected. It's not like that, but I think that's what is shown in the drawings. We'll find out. Oh, before we get to the other side, we're going to add a few more bricks and plates. Okay, so we need to get this smaller corner plate with a 2x3 yellow brick. I believe like this. There's one, and it appears to be one row of studs right there. Here we go. And then right next to that is a 2x4 red brick, which obviously we don't see it, so it's going to be covered, but also really bright colors to be in the inside. And this corner is going to touch where the yellow and red meet. So this looks like it extends beyond the plate and it gets put in here. Oh. It's like that. So it can continue at least this. And I wonder why this step was not done earlier. I guess visually they want to say this is the wing step or bag. Pretty sure we're going to do the other side. Yep. Okay, so then we're going to get a 2x4 brick. A 2x4 plate. This brick that's heavily modified. It faces away like that. And then a modified 2x6 with 4 horizontal studs. Like that. Okay, and then a 4x6 plate that fits in like this. This is flush. And then orienting with these features, a 1x8 brick coming in like this. 2x4 red brick like that. And then this Technic brick where the white and gray bricks meet, like so. Like this is really abstract. It has no resemblance to the project, but wow. And then we're going to touch the large plate. Okay, so this and that here, so that's good. Then we're going to add a 1x4 brick right here. A 1x2 brick, white. Oh no, it's not there. It's covered by the bracket. It just only looks like a 1x2 brick. I was wondering, I don't remember that in the other step, but it is covered like this. So then that's what it looks like. Also, one of these single stud white plates, hollow stud. A single stud blue plate, smooth, there. Okay, and then in step 75, the 2 black connectors. I guess I have a reason for pointing this away from the viewer. But again, there's other components that need to be pointed out, but oh well. And then this goes right here in the corner with the 2 yellow single step plates. Oh, I wonder this, will I still be able to? There. There. So it is an interesting detail right there. It's not seen, it's hidden for sure, but it's like the technology of the vehicle that these are the components that are put together. I'm not sure why else to have these here, but we'll probably find out. So the two, then we can attach it. This matches here. Oh, and there's also this right here to kind of help. This is the place to put it. Well, yeah, I'm still not sure why this next part is. It wasn't done earlier. It could also help with the placement, but I'm not sure. Okay, so then the smaller piece here with a 2x3 yellow. Then a 2x4 red brick. Back are aligned. And then this corner starts where the yellow and red are. Then it gets placed. Yeah. Not sure, it could probably be confuse somebody, but this really helps place this part here. Now let's see what 78 is. Oh, there's some wording. The color palette for this spaceship uses only colors that were available in the 1979 when the original product was released, except for color 194, medium stone gray. Well, I think there was a gray, and this might be the gray. That's medium stone gray. I think the other gray was discontinued because I believe that one was starting to yellow over time. So this is the modern gray. But that explains why it's colorful, where it's going to be covered. It would have been nice, or I don't know, if would even consider the more obscure colors, like sand blue or sand green, but in 2x4 form. And then you could have some in there and then use them for other projects. But it's nice that they went into the details of using colors that were only available at that time. So these are the colors that were available at that time, and then we have all these other kinds of colors that came out, and now we have much more selection, but also kind of difficult to procure. No, there are so, let's see, where shall we look? We need 4 of these. I think these are it. I don't see them yet there. Here, 2 right there, okay. And then yellow, okay, so it's all about in the back. Maybe they should have used other colors because all you see, okay, well, I guess the pattern, there's only an instance of red and yellow here, an instance of white and red. So if you're looking for red, just look for the partner of it, and then you can orient yourself. But I think the colors might help with placing these. So this goes next to the white. The other one right here. If this was all gray, it would be probably much more difficult to locate where things go. And then right here next to the yellow. So we're going to cover this transparent piece. And then we need the 2x2 round brick. That goes, there's the black, red, and then the 2 grays. There. Okay, then the other side. Covers the red there. There's two of these, one here. Yes, one gray stud between the red and the blue. And then the 2x2 yellow goes right here. Okay, I'm not sure what this is going to build, but it starts with a 1x3 yellow plate. Oh, single white stud here. Going down to step 80. We have this hinge. And part of it is going to get a transparent 1x2 red piece. Let's see, which way is it? I think it's this way. I see the round and then the opening there. This goes on the yellow, and then yellow on top, and then red over red. Okay. And we have here a 1x6. We're going to get a 1x4 brick with 4 horizontal studs that go like this. And then one by 12. That just right here on the last one. New brick, so that's why it's possible. Single stud yellow plate round. One by 3 blue brick right next to that. Another single stud yellow plate. And then another 1x4 brick with 4 horizontal studs right next to that. And then another single stud yellow plate. Weak point being right there. I think that's it. Oh, well, no, step 85. And we have this, here we go, a 1x2 gray with 2 horizontal studs. We have a transparent green. Go up here, another transparent green on the horizontal stud. That's kind of a nice look. It almost looks a continuous transparent piece. And it goes right here. And then this connects to this other side. Does it just rest there? This, I'm just placing it just to kind of see the green is right there in the corner. But there's nothing really for it to latch onto. And then I'm now seeing, okay, maybe that's where this part goes. A connect, or it's right next to a 2x4 gray brick and the Technic brick. So it goes there. This is not on top of that angle. So it's basically just hanging by this right here. That's very bold move, considering that it's really, I'm going to put too much pressure on that hinge. At least it covers that. Yep, it's aligned. It doesn't have this texture. Okay. Starting with step 87, we're going to do the other side. A 1x3 plate with a white single stud plate, a hinge, the round is like this. Round and no, the other way. There we go. Round, and then it opens towards us. A 1x2 red transparent comes under here. And then over here, yellow 1x3 plate. And a 1x2 right here. We're gonna need a 1x6 gray plate under here, and then a 1x4 brick with 4 horizontal studs facing towards us. Then the 1x12 gray plate. Right, so then we're going to get a single stud yellow plate, round, then a 1x3 blue brick, then a single stud yellow plate, oops, that's round, and then a 1x4 black brick with 4 horizontal studs, and then a yellow round plate, single stud, and then the end, 1x2 brick with 2 horizontal studs. It gets transparent green on the top and one on the side. Like that. Okay, and then we're gonna put it onto the Galaxy Explorer. I believe right there, next to the 2x4 brick, and then this. I just tilt it into place. I believe that's going to be a void because we have the hinge right there, and a brick won't fit in. Maybe in this stud, but combo, I don't think so. It'll be interesting how they treat empty spaces, if they're gonna need to fill this in or they're just gonna leave it open, which it's okay, they'll leave it open just because just have it filled in will make it heavier. And then depends on the structure of the vehicle to see if it can handle that. what do we have here? Seems a little bit more details. Oh, we're gonna do a little bit more. I believe it's other ways for it to connect. Okay, so we're gonna get these single stud bricks with a horizontal. It does have a lip. On the side is gonna get a white single stud plate, hollow stud. In it, forgot what these are called, but it's inserted in. On top of that, gets a single yellow stud. Do this 2 times. Okay, so this blue brick with horizontal stud and the lip. White plate with a hollow stud. This is inserted. And a single stud yellow plate round. And it looks like we're going to place it right next to the 2x2 yellow brick, one here and one on the other side. It goes in between the white and the yellow. So like this. Oh wow, that's precise. If this had been a normal 2x2 brick, I don't think this would have been able to fit. But this does have what is needed to connect to this piece right here. And then on this bottom part, that right there, connect. Oh, it doesn't want to connect. Oh. The way this is inserted, it has a variable, so it can be a little bit more out to be precisely where this stud needs to be in order to secure this part. So that's how they're able to, I would say, able to use this as a way of supporting this feature. But that's kind of interesting how they put that there. Okay, and then we're gonna do something over here, maybe more connections to really tie this together. It's this modified single stud plate with this double studs. This side gets that I'm not sure what it's called. Then a yellow single stud plate on top of that. Now, since it says it doesn't say 2 times, it just says that one, because I believe this side is going to be the mirror part of that. It's holding together so far, but let's see. It looks like it's going to be on top of this yellow and attached there. So this can rotate a little bit and then like that. Wow. Okay, then on the other side, this modified single stud plate with this feature. It could be a pan. I'm not sure. Insert here, and then on top of that gets a single stud yellow plate, round, and then it goes in. Now there's this part that needs to be filled in, and that's the one down here. It's a yellow brick with a horizontal stud. This one does not have the lip. But in here goes this feature. And then a yellow single stud plate. 2 times. Single stud yellow brick with a horizontal stud. No lip. This gets inserted. And then on top of that gets a single stud yellow round plate. And I think it's going to be a similar situation. This. And then down here. So there is directly no brick around this. Otherwise, it would interfere with placement. I'm not even sure a round brick would help, but it's enough room for this to rotate to support this angle. That is step 95. What do we have here? It's in 96. Oh, it's going to be some of the detail. So we get these two, it looks like 1x8s, but they have this channel. One of these angles connects 2 of them. And then the rest, it looks like 7 of these 1x2. And that's 4. On the very end, oops, there are single wide angles that go in that, and then it says to do 2 of them. However, yeah, it's mirror. It could be this way or this way. I was thinking with this channel, it might complicate things, but no, it can be reoriented. So we're gonna need 2 of these. This is in the center. Out from there, 3 of these 1x2s on one side. And then 1x2. Okay, single wide. Like that. And then they go right here. Right there. Using the horizontal studs, I see that the flat part is on top and it slopes down. There you go. That touches. Oh, but that does not match. Okay. I wonder if, because these are hollow studs, it might have been off. Let's see. I saw a place where I might be able to get the placement. And it has to go with the green. So starting there, then everything should align. and so it's not touching. Much easier. Just having the green there helps. Oh, we're not done. So over this, we're going to put smooth plates generally, and then these yellow corner pieces. Okay, so the yellow corner pieces. I believe they're only supported by a single stud, because I see this is empty and I don't really see anything else there. So that helps. I think that will help clamp down on this plate so it doesn't go anywhere. So now this can help bring that down or secure it. But then I also see we're going to put in 2x4 smooth plates right here. So this is a bit of detail work near the beginning. So this right there. So we're seeing not more than the final form, we're seeing final detail. At least for this immediate area. And so we have 4, and then we're going to get this corner piece. It looks like it's going to be on the yellow. That. Then we're going to do this on the other side. Oops. Right next to this. There. It feels kind of a little wobbly, but we'll see how it holds together, because that's the end of bag 3. So we have a few extra pieces, unless I forgot something. Just looking at the exterior, no, that's it. Got them all. Okay. So the wings got a little bit bigger. The back has some final detail put into this bag. And that'll be it for this episode. Thank you for stopping by. If you liked the episode, go and give it a thumbs up. You want to see how this project continues, go and subscribe and sign up for notifications. And see you next time.